Hey guys, thanks for joining the Linzie show. We welcome you to come every Monday. I am here with a new guest since 6 o'clock Central Standard Time with new topics, new ideas, new show ideas. Hey, we can't wait to see you. Come and join us. Thanks, ClarkeTVNetwork. We'll see you soon.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.
Make a plan today.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hey, hello everybody. Guess what? This is the Linzie show, and I am super excited because I have my special guest, my good friend, Stephen Thorpe here. He is here. He is the founder of Bawsology hair care products. He has been in the business and has just taken off, and we are so excited to be able to have him on my platform today. Hey, Stephen, good to see you.
Hey, how we doing? How we doing?
We are good. I am so glad you're here today.
Yeah, I'm pretty much excited. This is my first time, so I'm excited.
Good. Me too. I had talked to you earlier, and you sent me some information about you. I want to read this because some of these things I didn't know.
Okay.
Need those glasses.
Yes.
Okay. You are the founder of Bawsology LLC, a beer and oil product business that helps and consults men with their beer journey.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Currently, you work as a professional at the EMS technician at Harry S Truman VA hospital serving veterans.
Yes, most definitely. Yes. Yes, okay. It's a pleasure to help them. Yes.
Yes, I bet. You're layered by creativity, a desire to travel, and lifestyle subjects.
Yes, most definitely, yes.
Through social media, Stephen strives to promote beer care routine and his Bawsology products, healthy living, and self-awareness with thousands of people.
Every day, all day, yes.
Every day. Yes. At a youthful age of 47, you established yourself as a community influencer with eyes set on having a global presence. You said that you're at your happiest when you're with your children and your grandchildren.
Most definitely, yeah, I'm a pawpaw now, so yes.
A pawpaw.
I'm pawpaw, yeah, they call me pawpaw.
That's good.
Yeah.
And this didn't where you live in your hometown, Columbia, Missouri.
Yes, yep,
all
still
right.
here. Yep, Colombo. Yep.
Come on. That is too. That's why we know one another. But now that we're adults and we have grown, I am just super excited about what you have started in your life and watching you do what you do and how you decided to take your path.
Yeah, I pretty much just kind of started with, I've always had a beard at a young age. I've always got teased with it, with having a beard so young. And it's just something that I've always had. I think I had a beard like in 7th grade. Everybody teased me because they always thought I looked older, so it's been one of those things I've carried with me forever. Yeah.
What school did you go to?
I went to junior high, Jeff Jr. in Hickman.
Okay.
Yeah. So CUPE. Yep.
What year did you graduate?
94.
94. Okay.
Yeah, I'm young. Yeah,
You're younger than I am then.
Yeah, I'm young. I just always looked older because of I grew up so big, I was bigger than my average peers, and I've always had a beard.
Mhm.
So I've always hung around older people, a lot of wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And I just looked older than what I've always was.
Yes, I remember you always being a perfect gentleman.
Right on, appreciate that.
Gentleman smile that your smile. And now knowing you as an adult and just watching as an adult, just the wisdom that you have.
Yeah.
And I'm loving your go get it nature about you too.
Yeah, a lot of what I've learned, family coming from Arkansas,
Okay.
and entrepreneurship. My dad was carpenter, worked construction. Mother worked at the University of Missouri Hospital. My dad was always trying to help the community, help people, kind of semi-hire people to work with him as he got older. So I've been around that entrepreneurship. I've been around kind of that Southern mindset of ownership and driving, to a direction of having your own and building off your own.
That's true.
Yeah, so I've learned a lot being around older, wiser people who have lived it and trying to get you to learn it early and not late in life.
That's great. Do you come to Arkansas or down south?
Yeah. Actually, we just had a family reunion. I didn't go to. I try to visit when I can. My twins, who are 30 now, Stephen and Sade. I used to take them all the time to the family reunions, which Southern Arkansas, which we come from Bearden, Arkansas, which is like roughly 66 miles from Little Rock, kind of like a small Fayette, as kind of here where everybody's kin related, cousins looking at cousins. Yeah. So try to get down there, but I need to get my youngest daughter down there so she can embrace the culture. It's a lot different, times, and just living. So yeah, I got to get back down there.
It is. It's funny that you're saying that. It's my family, my mom's side of family are from Arkansas.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are we related?
I don't know now. Never know.
Everybody in Columbia's related, sort of.
Yeah, literally. The roots run deep. So that's why I say cousins be looking at cousins, literally. Yeah.
So yeah, we're my mom's mother and family are from not Little Rock. It's Mariana, which
Mariana. Okay. I think I'm kind of familiar with that. Familiar with it a little bit. Because like I said, a lot of mine was more younger, every summer going down there, and until I got older and got more into sports, and that kind of took up some of the whole summer because of the sports stuff, but with football and different stuff in basketball. But it should be close because Bearden is such a small town, so it's kind of like around your Fordyce and Sheridan's, and it's kind of more southern part of Arkansas.
Yeah, I just remember the good cooking. Oh my goodness, the food was amazing.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I didn't eat so much of everything. I don't want to say Indian, but I didn't eat so much of stuff. I don't want no more. I don't want no more.
I didn't know you played sports. What sports? You said you played football?
Yeah, I played football. I did a lot of summer program stuff with Tracy Edwards and Tracy. Scotty. Yeah, and everybody. And Pops. I did a lot of that. So I played the football with Jeff Jr. and Hickman, but during the summer stuff, I played in the very beginning after Cosmo with a lot of people. Yeah, so it built a brotherhood through sports, track, basketball, all the AA programs, AAU, just a lot of that. So yeah, that's been because of the size and stuff. So yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that you played. What position did you play in football?
I played. Well, I know when I first started out, I couldn't play all the positions because I was too big. I remember when I first started, I used to have to bring my birth certificate because the parents didn't believe how old I was. Somebody, 8th grade with a beard, like they can't possibly be a kid. So I always had to bring my birth certificate. But I did running back, fullback, linebacker. Yep. Played with Ricky Dunn, Bobo, Lloyd Henry. Yeah. Seymour, Danny Sprott. Yeah, I didn't play with Joey
That
Kenny, yeah, the Alumni Brothers.
that is interesting. That's interesting. So
Yeah.
yeah, I also know that you love to dress. You can put it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you love to dress, but I know that you can put it together. You put it
yeah, I
together.
try my best. Yeah, I try my best to put it together. I grew up, my dad always dressed up. I've always heard the stories of him dressing well, seeing the pictures and the photographs.
Mhm.
Um, I just think it says a lot about a man's character when they're dressed well.
That's
I
true.
love bow ties. I'm not too good at tying a tie, but I've learned off of YouTube real quick. Um, but yeah, but I love the color combinations. I love watches. It just says something different about you when you're dressed up and the way
Mhm.
you present yourself, being dressed nice, and it says a lot about your character.
Mhm. It makes you feel better too.
Oh, most definitely,
Makes you
yes.
feel better. So when tell me, I know that you also do music.
Yeah,
It DJ, right? DJ or
well,
MC?
what I do is on the weekends sometimes with DJ Oak Tree,
Okay.
kind of started at a club here with Eric Turner. They had a club, Sidelines. So the DJ, he wasn't talking as much, because I guess I'm kind of used to that Ronnie Rice,
Mm-hmm.
type talking, legendary,
Uh,
DJ. Yeah, so DJ Oak Tree, he didn't talk as much. So, one night, I'm like, man, I should get the mic, and he's like, sure, talk. But my voice sometimes doesn't match my face. My voice is a little more high pitched. And when I heard myself on the mic, I'm like, nah. So after some liquid courage, I ended up getting on the mic and just kind of emceeing it, shouting out birthdays and doing some stuff. So people kind of look forward to it, and everybody kind of had a good time just shouting out birthdays, anniversaries, businesses. I always shouted out businesses that came in, local businesses, out of town businesses, kind of did my homework. So I'm kind of like, I would say Flavor Flav to Chuck D, but I'm kind of just the person that gets on the mic and just kind of hypes it up. But I love music though. Music is culturally, it's everything.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's funny. Like
Yeah.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, I'm Flavor Flav to Chuck D. Yeah, we kind of, go, I kind of feel his vibe, he kind of feels mine, and and I just get up there and run my mouth a little bit when it's needed. Yeah,
You
hype it
enjoy
up
it?
a little bit.
You enjoy
Yeah,
it?
yeah, most definitely. It's fun. And,
Yeah,
sometimes, when the crowd is kind of quiet, you got to hype them up.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your other business aspirations or
I have so many different ideas that some are regular stuff, but it's really about just employing people. I know people do lawn services. I've been trying to get my son to kind of do some cooking stuff because he works on campus. So I was wanting him to kind of move into entrepreneurship of catering. So it's kind of just inspiring on that. I've been trying to focus in, just on the beard care, hair products here. But my mind is just so much bigger with so many things you can do, and be. I don't know. I kind of want to get out of kind of your normal stuff, which lawn care is great. I got a friend, I promote his business. A lot of people think that I have a lawn care business because I promote it so much.
okay?
Yeah, so I don't know. I just got so many ideas. I want to do everything.
You want to do everything,
Sometimes.
and you're really good at a lot of things. You are.
Yeah.
So, how many children do you have? You said you had a
Okay.
son.
So I have a set of twins that are
Okay.
30, Stephen and Sade, and then I have a 7-year-old named Honest. Yep.
Honestly,
So
nice.
they keep me pretty busy. And then I have a total of 5 grandkids. So trying to remember their names and the birthdays and when they all at the house, I see now how it happens. You call in one name and the other name, and just come here, all y'all come here, So
That's
I'm getting used to that now.
that is definitely me. I go down the list.
Yep,
Call
down the
everybody's
list.
name so I get to it, go back around. Oh,
Yep.
that one. that one.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the nicknames. Sometimes the nicknames work better, for me sometimes. But yeah, they keep me pretty busy.
Me too. I get it.
Yeah.
Why Bawsology?
Well, Bawsology, and that goes back to the entrepreneurship of business. A lot of people in our culture or era kind of feels like they want to have ownership. So some people like to use the word boss, which is
Okay.
commonly spelled BOSS.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I get into my ego. Yeah, as everybody calls me Thor, but I kind of get into the ego, and I wanted to spell it different, but I
Okay.
wanted people to feel like a boss,
Okay.
it's a Southern way of saying boss, they
Okay.
kind of, the pronunciation. So I put it with the BA,
Mhm.
WS, like boss. And then I put the ology point onto it because of education, because I think anything that you do, you have to be well educated in it. So the ology part, as we know, with anything with ology on it, it kind of comes with the knowledge and the wisdom and the education and learning stuff there. So I kind of came up with that, just ego, and just wanted men to feel empowered when they put it on, to feel like, oh, yeah, boss. Yeah.
Well, I looked at some of the images and
Okay, yeah.
instantly like, boy, this looks like it works.
Oh, most definitely. It really does. And I'm a person that likes to get the customers' feedback, community feedback, honest feedback. So like when I pretty much started in the beginning, in like 2018, kind of there, I took like a year just to work on different ethnicities because I knew it worked on minds, and I wanted to work on different texture. So you have
Okay.
some people that have stringy hair, kind of short pine type hair. So there's all different type of texture hair. So I wanted to work on the ones that were a little more challenging for me to kind of adjust some of my numbers with the fluids and the products and different stuff to get it to kind of balance out to where it wasn't too oily, wasn't too greasy, but it was just balanced enough. And some people, skin take different, hairs take different. And so that's why I like to try to educate a lot of men on what could help them have healthier hair, what could help them promote good skin follicles from the skin and not just the hair. Because a lot of people forget that the skin needs to be treated as well.
Yes, yes. So what made you want to do beards and
The beard, like
what
I
made
say,
you want hair?
well, with having a beard for so long and everybody kind of knowing my signature of that beard, I didn't want a dry beard because I dealt with acne when I was
Okay.
young. So, and I think a lot of it was just, puberty mixed
Okay.
with not knowing how to shave. And if you don't know how to shave, because back then was using more like the razors.
Mhm.
So then my face would bump up, as some people will know, will bump up like a Star Crunch, and I went through that. Yep. There's some people out there going through that, some young men. And nobody really educated me on how to groom. So I had to learn firsthand. So I had a cousin of mine's named Jeffrey Anderson.
Okay.
He's
I
living
know
down there in Arkansas. Yeah, Jeffrey, yeah. So he taught me how to take a toothbrush, which was really weird. He was like, take a toothbrush and just brush your hair in the way that you cut it.
Okay.
And you just keep brushing it. So I learned to brush it. And then as I would cut down, because being young and not knowing, I was shaving every which way. So if you don't go with the grain of the hair, sometimes you can have skin irritation, hair bumps, different type of things. So going through that stage and phase there, I wanted to come up with something that made me look good and feel good. So as I would say, when I would come out when the sun is shining, I wanted my beard to look like it had like a million diamonds in it, and I wanted to, look good and to smell good. Some people, they don't take care of themselves with their hygiene. Some men just kind of go, and I think men should focus a lot on their hygiene and self-care. So this was
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I wanted to do that.
How did you get in there with the ingredients? You had the idea, and then now we're at the ingredients and the science
And
behind.
you know, I had to, what I've learned about any business, you have to study the craft you're in. You have to, if you want to be in this lane, you have to understand your competition. You have to understand how it works. So I kind of just played around with some formulas, looked at some numbers. Of course, I messed up some stuff. You know, of course, I had too much and stuff was running, and I didn't have all the equipment. So I pretty much started with just kind of chopping up and measuring up numbers, you know, kind of fluctuating with some numbers. I got a scale, kind of like a cooking scale.
Okay.
And I just bought raw products because I wanted everything to be organic and raw in the
Okay.
form of where I had to cut the product literally like you're measuring food. So, and I took a pot, just a regular pot, like kitchen pot, probably messed up somebody's pot, but just a regular pot. I took a mason jar. I just took a regular mason jar because I had to figure out how to melt it. So I went
Okay.
to some YouTubes and some Googles, kind of went out there on YouTube University to figure out how and what direction. And I just started playing with the numbers and the smells. And I had to learn, like I said, from mistakes, but I would chop it up. I'd put it in, give me some boiling water, take a mason jar, cut everything up, add it up, measure it up, put it in the mason jar, and I'd let it boil. I would let it melt. So I
Okay.
would just listen to some music, some good music.
Uh-huh.
And even though it was one at a time, and it took a minute, you know, I figured
Uh-huh.
out temperature. Yeah, so I kind of played with it. So anybody that in this business or whatnot, you learn from certain things to do, what not to do, what
Mhm.
works, because it's out there. You know, people use different smells, fragrances, and different stuff. So I just kind of wanted more of a shea butter, cocoa
Okay.
butter. I wanted more of a, I call it a mandingo scent, kind of
Okay.
that masculine scent. Yeah, because there's so many different tobacco, oak, leather, fresh. So I ended up putting all that together and everything was good. So then I wanted to add my smells. So I
Okay.
kind of studied kind of inspired scents, inspired cologne scents. So what I like to do a little different from everybody else is kind of like the cologne that us men wear, kind of
Mhm.
the Versace, the Sauvage, different stuff. I ended up ordering and getting some essential oils that were inspiring oils that were adjacent to those colognes.
Oh
And
wow,
then I would,
smells good.
yeah, yeah. So I would
Smells
put
like
those in. Yes, put those in, mix it in, let it cure to where you have a light scent on the face, nothing too overbearing, kind
Mhm.
of matches your cologne, you know, come in for the hug. And that's some stuff men don't. Yeah, some men need that. Yeah, they need that schooling. Yeah. Yeah, yes, the little things.
I see that you have your products there with you. I want us to look at some of those, but
Oh, yeah.
before we
Okay.
do, can we go to a commercial break?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
almost
take
definitely.
time to
Gotta
get
take a
right
break.
to those products.
Okay, yeah.
Again,
Take it.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
All right.
everyone. We will be right back.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
you'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Make a plan today.
Hey, Stephen, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Yes, we just left off where you had talked about the oils and the scent and the texture, and I am so excited about your product. I know that I've seen some images and some pictures of those who have used your products, and you now I could tell it's very groomed, it's very appealing to a man, but also to women. You know,
Yes.
before we do go into the products, I noticed that the gray haired and the beard deal is in. When did that come? You know, when did
Well,
that
you
sneak
know,
up? When did that sneak up on us?
well, yeah, it sneaks up on us on paydays, holidays, and every day. Yeah, it sneaks up on us in our later years sometimes,
Yeah,
depending kind of how it is in your family roots. Because
yeah.
some people, what I've learned, if them grandmas and them folks had that gray hair, and man, you right there, you gonna get it.
But now it's become a thing.
Yeah, you know,
They have the
it's more
Silver Club
attractive.
now,
Yeah, the Silver Fox Club,
Silver
as they
Fox
call
Club.
it. Yeah, the
Mhm,
Silver Fox Club. A lot of men have embraced
mhm.
that grayness with wisdom, and being able to show it in fullness. Women have embraced it even more
Yes.
on men, because I guess it adds character, it adds integrity, it adds a lot of things to a man that makes him distinguished
Mhm,
and someone that you just want to meet and talk to,
mhm.
and especially if their beard smells good and is groomed,
I
that's.
haven't. I'm sorry. I just haven't heard the smell good, so I'm anxious
Oh
to check out the
yeah,
smell good part of it.
yes, the what I have
Yeah,
is
show
different.
us what you have.
Yeah, okay, so I have different scents. Like I say, one of the popular ones, a lot of people like the fresh kind of smell. So I have the YSL, the Yves Saint Laurent type smell that's put
Uh-huh.
in it. The Versace, and
Mhm.
basically any type of oil that is inspired by the cologne. I just put some in, and even though you can't smell it, but I'm
Uh-huh.
quite sure you have smelled a nice smelling man with some cologne on. It kind of makes him look a little bit, more attractive, kind of wanting
Yeah,
to meet.
like the
Um,
smell, like the smell.
like the smell. So
Mhm.
basically, this is just your regular texture of the beard balm, which is
Okay,
kind of when you're dealing with balm versus butter, butter is a little more light. It's a
okay.
little more whitish. The balm has a little more wax additives
Mhm.
in it. Um, Somewhat like your Murray's, back in the day with your Murray's grease. Yeah. You
Mhm.
know, uh, it's not as hard as that, because I've learned through customer surveys that I had it a little bit too hard,
Okay.
for a certain type of texture hair. So I eased up a little bit on the beeswax. And like
Mhm.
I said, I add the essential oil, and you can just smell it. Once you take the top off, you smell it. You
Mhm.
basically just kind of, I like to go in, circular rotation. Some people just dab their finger, but me, I like to go in a circular. And it's just a little bit like a dime size. And basically you just apply it,
Okay.
and I just cut my beard this weekend because mine was like really, really long. So
Make
sometimes you
it
just
grow.
start over. Yeah. So sometimes you start over. Um, if you got a real good barber, or if you do it yourself, that really helps with the grooming and the journey that with your beard. But the other smells I have, which is like I said, the Sauvage. I have colognes that I try to well, this one here is Christian Dior Sport.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I try to get different cultures like different smells.
Mhm.
Um, what smells good to me might not smell good to them. So I
Mhm.
try to mix it up to be able to reach out. The one that I have been doing has been a Ventus Creed. A lot of people like that. So a lot of the real expensive colognes that people buy that are hundreds of dollars,
Mhm.
you can get a smell, that's in the beard,
Yeah.
and a lot of men love it, but the women, the wives,
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, oh man, they see me and be like, thank
Give
you.
me some. Uh-huh.
Yeah, his beard was hard and
Does
different
it
stuff. So,
does the scent stay a long time?
from what I've studied, to be honest, from what I've learned, it's roughly about a 4 hour
Okay.
lasting deal there. I'm not gonna set up and say it lasts 12 hours, like some deodorants supposed to do. But it lasts roughly about 4 hours, and I try to keep it light because
A
it
good
is
night
up around,
out. Good night
yeah,
out.
it is, yeah, it's up around the nose. So, um, and I suggest most people do the regular scent that doesn't have any oils in it, just in case they have any skin irritations or stuff like that. And then the next step we go to there.
Okay.
But yeah,
What else do you have?
well, I have the oil.
Okay.
And what's neat about the oil is, with some people, men have liked it because it seemed like it has like not really a peppermint clean type smell, but it has its own distinguished smell. It's a little different. I can also add and infuse the oils in it as well if people
Okay.
want, that. This is more to stimulate, to kind of get down in the on the skin
Okay.
and whatnot, which it helps. This to me is more, it promotes growth. So there's a
Oh,
lot of men that deal with patchiness, trying to get their beard and mustache to connect.
okay.
Applying some of this on it will also help and kickstart that. And what I
What's
tell a lot of people, always shake it up, get
mhm.
the ingredients going, get it shaken up. And what I normally do with this, I add like rosemary,
Mhm.
the regular rosemary and different stuff in it, and I sun gaze. So what I do is I'll make a big batch of it and I'll
Okay.
leave it out in the sun for the sun to kind of curate everything. So it's more of a slower process sometimes, but
Okay.
I think that I've learned when I've studied what the sun does to natural herbs and different stuff. So a person just takes a few drops, same thing, dime size
Okay.
deal. They will put it, a dime size in, and they will just, moisturize their skin.
Mhm.
I tend to tell them, kind of pull on your beard and talk to it a little bit. You got a spot that won't grow? Hey, grow. I need you to grow, grow. So there's no right or wrong way of applying the oil first or the balm first. There's some
Okay.
debates on it. I've learned sometimes I can put the oil on first, and then I can put the balm on, and it'll seal the oil in on the face.
Okay.
So sometimes it kind of locks it in, as
Okay.
some would say. Um, so then my other deal here, which I have, is I have like a conditioning bar here. And the neat thing about this is some services at salons or barbershops, they offer like massage and steam and,
Mhm.
different type of stuff. So this here is what would be like a soap or a conditioning bar, and it
Okay.
has the massage ridges on it. So you kind of get that experience at home, where you can
Mhm.
massage your beard and face, and it acts as a cleansing. Um, everyone has been trying to get me to get um, like a conditioner cream leave-in, but I
Okay.
haven't mastered that yet. I'm kind
Haven't
of
met-
trying to stay in my own lane of
Yeah.
what works, for now, and
Uh-huh.
until I can get on a bigger platform.
Yeah. That's great. I'm really intrigued by what you have and your process and all that you put into it.
Yeah.
Where do you market your
Well,
items?
I market basically on my Bawsology website,
Mhm.
uh, and which is www.bawsology.com. Me and my son, I have pictures of him there. It's a simple ordering deal there.
Mhm.
I've shipped to Florida. I know St. Louis, Kansas City, Arkansas. Um, I've done one in Oklahoma. So I've done few down in Texas as well. Um,
Okay.
so I'm shipping here and there. So I'm getting a little better with it.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah.
and like, are you basically it's online? Are you in any of the stores or salons there in your
Well,
area?
well, well, I've tried to merge in um, with some barbershops and salons.
Mhm.
Some I'm learning kind of, I don't want to say jumped on the beard hair type, wagon here to where some of them already have theirs.
Oh, it's okay.
And yeah, so I'm learning through customer service. You know, you get a lot of yeses and you get a lot of nos,
Yep.
but you know, you still try. I did a consignment deal here in Columbia at a store, Hemp Variety, which they sell CBD oils and different stuff. They sell clothing, shoes. So I'm trying to get in and figure out how to work some more deals to get more foot traffic, where if I'm not available and I'm at work, people can go into stores or certain barbershops to be able to get that.
Yeah, but you heard it. He's open. He's available.
Yes,
So
available. Yes.
you're open to it. Yes,
Yes.
great.
And I tell you what, you asked me earlier about different services or different businesses. I know at one point I was really researching the vending machines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I went down that lane there where you can put anything in a vending machine. And at one point I had this big idea of putting a type of hair care vending machine in a barbershop or a salon. And this might be a business alert for those out there that are learning on the platform, because we help everyone grow, to put products, local products, in those vending machines. So that helps people kind of get out and aware. If they do have any hair care products, then you can have, you know, lady here, Tanya, she has like inspired scents, you know, it could be put in there. A lady named Chick here, she has her brand. I have Bawsology. And if you go to a salon or a barbershop and you see these products in here, you might say, oh, I want to check this. They you know, they have body spray or oils or hair care products. And that was a big idea. So I wanted to come back to that.
Yeah, but you're that kind of guy though. You're that kind of guy that don't hold back, and that's why you're so blessed. You know,
Yes.
your community, and you're not intimidated by life.
No, not at all. You gotta I've learned
Share.
Yeah, we gotta share and build together. You know, ideas. We might all be talking and it might inspire one. You put the footwork in, you research it, you come up with your logos, you come up with, you know, what's needed, and kind of go from there.
Well, I would love to, you know, I'm in the fashion industry. I would love to have a fashion show and just have you boss up, you know.
Boss up. Hey, you know, that's one of my slogans. Boss up or get bossed over. But once again, that's my ego. So, you know, it's, you know, putting it on just makes you feel, you know, like a gladiator, you know. But it's really just a life experience. You gotta put it on and get it. You know?
That's what you do. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to live our life.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, our contribution. We have to be uniquely us.
Yes.
Uniquely us, you know, and that's our service to life. That's our gift to the world. And
it's our journey. It's our journey. It's all of it. Yeah.
Our gift to ourselves also, just to be who we are.
Yes, that's really big in just life and our culture, everyday living, to remember who you are, you know, remember that idea, you know, and find it and believe in it. A lot of it is believing in it. If you get an idea, believe in it. You know, try it, apply it, you know, and get with some people that can help you in the future with it. Yes.
I think that's the fun part, is the process. I say it all the time. I think I say that at least once on my show every single time. It's the process. Because really is.
I think we all got to learn that process. We got to find ourselves in that process, and you know, we got to take the steps. So most definitely, yeah.
Who was your most inspiration? Who is your most inspiration?
Well, it's always going to be my father, my dad, Timothy Thor. Just being such an entrepreneur, coming from Arkansas, coming up here, you know, married for 50 plus years, working, just being innovative. Some people know some of the throwers on Garth. We were the ones that my dad sold hubcaps. And he was in the newspaper for selling hubcaps. We had a lot of hubcaps around the yard and in the back. But so many people back then, before all the rims became popular, you know, we sold those hubcaps $5, $7, $10. And I saw that. So my
Yeah.
dad is real inspirational. My sister, Deborah, she has went on to get her to be a licensed clinician, PhD, doctor. And so she's constantly going to school with academia. Once she gets one, she gets another. It's like she can't stop once in the academia world.
So you guys
Get a
blood.
degree, you get another one. Yeah. So just that pursuit to want to keep evolving and keep staying afloat, you know, as the way, you know, prices and life kind of goes up around here. You gotta always have something.
Yes. Where do you see Bawsology in the next 5 years?
5 years, that's a good question. Because I've asked myself that many a times. 5 years, 2 years, you know, we kind of give ourselves that goal there. I would like to see more of Bawsology in some of the natural stores. They have a natural store here, Clover's. I work at the VA, and we have a canteen store there. And I see some of the bigger names, Scotch Porter and different names, and I'm like, I need to get here. You know, I need to get my name. And so Target, I would love to get in Target. So I've been kind of trying to perfect it and figure out what my presentation could be with some board members or some people, and figure out how do I get in. So the box stores, local barbershop stores, and just trying to create something that can continue.
Okay, that sounds good. I was hoping you say that is at least along that line, because I do see your vision and I do see it going big. I believe in you, and I believe in your I know who you are. I know your character, and I know your drive, and you deserve it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been some work putting in some
Yeah.
learning things there. So hopefully I can get it out where it's, you know, everybody's familiar with it and loves the product.
And I know that you want to do a teaching too. You would like to mentor young men.
Yes. Oh man, most definitely. I've tried that. I've done it, which is really needed in our community, the way things are going now. And some of this helps with the grooming of young men, kind of an introductory into me probably being able to talk to them and communicate with them. But I try to mentor young men. You know, I grew up with some of my friends probably not having a physical everyday father where I had mine. So I grew up kind of underneath that umbrella of that. My dad always showed love to everybody, kind of the dad figure. And I kind of took on some of that, all of us together. So young men around here, and there are some groups around here. Julian Jackson has some programs and different stuff. Rise, there's some different things around here. Raymond, Ray, Taylor, yep, he has some stuff around here. Yes, you already know, yeah. So it's a thing where we really need to give our time. I done had conversations with people. I've had conversations with some city officials to see what we can do to get more involved with our young men and young girls. Sometimes I like to focus on young men, young fathers, because that's where I think I'm a little stronger at. But it's still balanced. But yeah, I'm doing what I can when it needs to be done.
That sounds good. That sounds good. I'm really excited about what you're doing. How can someone reach you? They want to purchase your service, on your platform.
I'm on Instagram, which is Bawsology1, the number 1. So that has a lot of the traffic through there as well. I'm on Facebook, which is the Bawsology LLC. I have my website, which is www.bawsology.com. Once you go on there, what's neat about that is anyone that goes on and just looks at my website, it notifies me, and I'm able to automatically communicate with the customer. And I'm starting to learn now, when we go on some of those websites and that little bubble comes up, I've always thought it was just automatic. You know, that's me, like, yeah, hey, can I help you? You know, today. So that's me, everybody, you know, those platforms, if they want to DM me, inbox, a lot of people will inbox to want to know more. and I do the phone calls, the consultations. I've met up with a couple of people. I've actually showed a few men, because a few men's like, well, how do I put it on? Like, well, what do I do? So I've actually met up with a couple of young men and said, okay, you do this, then you do this. Yeah. So you can reach me on all those social media platforms.
Yeah.
And I'm ready.
I went on your website, and you have a really nice website. I was impressed. It's really clean and just it's really interesting and like polished like you're grooming.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I'm trying to get all of it
really,
to
it was polished. I really enjoyed on your website. It's nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Hopefully I can get some of these young men to start, wearing some bow ties and tucking in their shirts.
That's
hopefully,
it.
And embrace their beard.
Yes, that is it. Young men and men alike. Yes.
Yeah, alike. Yeah.
Well, this has been very informative and inspiring and interesting. I'm happy for you. Like I said before, I'm really happy for you. I'm happy for your success, and I'm happy about where you're going with it. So,
most definitely.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we close out our show today?
Well, first, I want to thank you for being able to have me here on your platform to be able to showcase my product, my vision, my dream here. Thank you. Thank Clarke TV. Thank everyone for embracing this platform to show what we can do and what we do have to offer. I didn't get to mention earlier about where my logo. What inspired actually the logo. My son, in 2006, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of a cancer.
Yes.
And my son had a project to do about, so he picked my cancer story. So I was shaving one day, and my son is an artist. He's really good. He has a natural gift. He was drawing me, and I did I think I did like a walkathon, for the cancer, trying to raise money, doing different stuff. And he drew me, and he drew my whole walk and everything. And I told him he did such a good job that one day he was going to make me famous.
Okay.
So the main thing that I cut out was the picture that he drew of me while I was actually shaving. He actually watched me shave. So I took that and I said, well, if KFC could, the Colonel could be, famous for his face. I said, one day I'll be famous for mine. And I just kind of tucked it away until, bringing it to life. And that's where the logo comes in at.
That is an amazing story, and it's behind it. That's motivation in itself.
In itself, yes.
Yes. I mean, and what you've gone through, and then having your son, that is I feel like a God-given.
Yes, it's all of that. Yes, it's a birthing of it. Yes. Right. And that's another reason why I'm so, motivated and wanting to do it, because every time I see that, it reminds me of the surgeries and different stuff. And I just need to, once I get on a bigger platform, I could possibly donate more money, giving a little money here to the MU alumni for different researches and different stuff, or just educating people on how to eat better, and what we consume that helps our beards and our hair grow. Because if you're stressed, it may not grow. If you eat better and in a better place in life, it could stimulate and grow. So yeah, it's always, when I see that, it's always motivating.
And that story, and your story behind it, you're coming through that time of your life.
Being in remission of it. And I know it's a lot of people out there that deals with different type of diseases and unfortunate things that we go through in life. And education is key. What we put in our food, as well as we put in our minds, is really important, and the things that we need to fast from. So I've learned a lot on this journey, and I continue to spread awareness, and hopefully we can all be healthier and happier and harmonious.
Thank you for sharing all of it. Yes, and I appreciate you. One thing about the show, and what I've really enjoyed since I've started, is just hearing such amazing stories about what people that I've known, people I don't know, but people I know
Yeah.
never knew what
Yeah.
they've got, what they've been through,
What
or
you
what
go
they've
through.
gone through, and
Yeah.
some of their stories, and you coming back, unless if you wouldn't have said it,
Yeah.
no one would have known.
Yeah, you
And
probably
it's
wouldn't
gonna
know.
help
Yeah.
it's gonna help others.
Yeah, most definitely. Because we all have a testimony. We get tested in
Mhm.
life. And what I've learned is to give back that testimony, because
Mhm.
if I can tell someone else something that they may be overlooking, whether it's a rash or a knot or something that's just not right, if I can give my testimony of what I went through, what caused me to go or whatnot, then that could be inspiring for someone else to say, okay, I see you, possibly pull through it or try hard at
Yeah.
it, or what's, been birthed out of it or whatnot.
Mhm.
Hey, I want to do that too. So hopefully, I can be motivation to someone.
Yes, and I see you, doing, reaching every platform and every height that you
Thank you.
desire to reach.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, Stephen, again, now I'm even more full.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that's
Your story, I'm even
and
more full.
that's what Bawsology is about, and that's what pouring to each other is about. Pouring into
Yes.
one another is about all day, and you've done a wonderful job at that as well. I'd like to say again, thank you,
You're
and
welcome.
I hope
Thank you.
everyone can tune in to learning something new on the Anna Lindsay
Yeah.
Show.
There
Yes.
you go. There you have it. Thank you. You sent us right out.
Yes.
You sent us right out. Stephen, thanks again for coming and sharing your story here with the Anna Lindsay Show on Clarke TV Network. I can't wait to work with you again and us meet up. And everyone, go out and get Bawsology products. Thank you
Yes.
again, Stephen.
Okay, thank you. Bless.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back.
when you want to talk, I'm here.
How about it, everyone? That was my dear friend, Stephen Thorpe with Bawsology Hair Care Products. Thank you so much, Stephen, for joining us. Hey, guess what? The Anna Lindsay Show has many more guests coming and showing who they are and what they have to offer. So tune in on Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will see you soon. Thanks, Clarke TV. See you soon.